In the early 1980s, the sun-drenched streets of Miami became the unexpected front line for one of the biggest economic shifts in America's underground history. This wasn't a story of legitimate business or booming tourism. It was the story of the Medellín Cartel and its ambitious leader Pablo Escobar extending their empire from the hills of Colombia straight into the heart of the United States. Miami, with its vibrant international culture, bustling ports, and countless private airstrips, was the perfect gateway. It was a city where anything seemed possible, and the cartel was about to test that limit. It started subtly. Small private planes landing on remote airstrips, hidden compartments in cargo ships, and even ordinary travelers carrying more than just luggage. At first, it was a trickle, but that trickle quickly turned into a flood. An incredibly sophisticated pipeline began to form, run by a network of brokers, transporters, and go-betweens who seamlessly blended into Miami's diverse neighborhoods. They were the invisible gears in a machine that was quietly beginning to reshape the city itself. This operation wasn't just about moving product. It was about moving money, and that money started to change everything. Suddenly, there was a surge of unexplained wealth. Luxury cars appeared on the streets, high-end real estate was bought with cash, and the city's nightlife scene exploded with new, flashy clubs. This influx of cash fueled a shadow economy that touched everything from construction to banking. While many were fascinated by this sudden boom, law enforcement grew suspicious. The financial trails just didn't add up. As the cartel solidified its base in Miami, its ambition grew. The distribution network began to stretch out across the country, reaching major hubs like New York, Houston, and Los Angeles. To make this happen, they relied on local contacts, people who knew the lay of the land and could operate without drawing unwanted attention. They used a playbook of secrecy and strategy, legitimate-looking front businesses, coded communications, and carefully planned routes to keep the massive operation flowing smoothly under the radar. It seemed like an unstoppable system, a hidden empire operating in plain sight. But investigators were starting to connect the dots. They noticed unusual patterns. People with no official income making massive luxury purchases, small companies expanding at an impossible rate, and financial transactions that led nowhere. Federal agencies ramped up surveillance, slowly and meticulously piecing together the puzzle of the cartel's vast American network. The pressure began to build around the key figures coordinating the operations on U.S. soil. As different law enforcement agencies started sharing information and working together, the once impenetrable walls of the cartel's network began to show cracks. The turning point came in the late 1980s. A series of strategic arrests led to crucial testimonies, and those testimonies unraveled the web of connections that stretched from Miami's ports to cities across the nation. Coordinated stings and major operations started to dismantle the very infrastructure that had funneled billions of dollars through the American economy. The fall of several key figures exposed the sheer scale of the cartel's influence, revealing how deeply it had penetrated everything from small businesses to international trade. What began as Pablo Escobar's audacious vision of a global empire ultimately collapsed under the weight of relentless investigation and tightening controls. The era left behind a complex legacy in Miami and beyond a story of economic transformation, a unique cultural memory, and a stark lesson in how a hidden empire can quietly reshape a city before the truth finally comes to light. Thanks for watching. If you found this story interesting, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into history's most fascinating moments. We'll see you in the next one.